Ready?
Dude, let's go while these drinks are fresh.
Testes, 1, 2, trace.
1, 2, 3 into the 4.
Good.
Ready to mugs Martelle are at your door.
Ooh, listen to you. Busting a rhyme. Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I'm Martelle, and with me always is Randy. What up, Randy?
What is up?
Oh, it is beautiful outside today.
Beautiful.
On this
had a
Monday evening.
nice weather the last couple days.
Thank God.
Saturday sucked.
Saturday sucked.
This weekend we celebrated GW's birthday.
Oh, yeah? He's
Shout
what,
out to
90?
GW. Yeah, he's like, no, he's only like 84 or something.
Close.
Yeah.
Close.
A bunch of old guys hung out all night. Went to the Deer Creek Lodge. Baller.
Oh.
And here's the funny thing, right? So there's 7 grown men, half of us bearded. We show up there early because the Buckeyes kick off at noon.
Yeah.
So we go to their little restaurant bar to watch the game. Rack up a huge tab because everything, I bought 1 round and some food items.
Okay.
$108.
Jesus.
Yeah. Drinks were
Jeebus.
like normal drinks, like Jack and Coke was like $8, $9 a piece. Like airport prices.
Good fuck.
So
I would have left.
I mean, it was all right. I had a good time, and then we hung out there. We played cards at the resort there, and we had a good time. And the funny thing was, so we had one of those loft rooms, sleeps like 8 people.
Yeah.
And it just so turned out that there was a little girl's birthday party, apparently, with like 40, like a school bus brought these kids in, no lie.
Good.
And they were in the room below us, to the right of us, to the left of us, and the 2 rooms below them. We were literally surrounded by some like 8-year-old slumber party, just being good human beings and respecting everybody.
So this just in. Shiner just liked our Instagram post from last week's show.
Oh, yeah?
I'm sure they haven't listened to the show.
Thanks for the like, Shiner. That literally happened as we started here.
That's right.
We appreciate the like. We were not a fan of your product.
Not a fan of that. I like Shiner Bach, but not fan of that particular Oktoberfest. Sorry, guys. Anyway. But...
So we got something good here tonight, though.
Yeah. Okay. So
Tonight we usually record in the morning.
Yeah,
so
we're usually in the morning. So this is a good evening one. It's just so it doesn't sound like we're alcoholics drinking at 9 o'clock
as
in the
opposed
morning.
to what we do it on Saturday morning. It's not 9; it's like 10.
So we're running out of things to sample and taste. So I got to burr up my ass. Went outside and grabbed some of my hickory chips from my smoker.
Went outside, grabbed your wood, and thought, well, what are we going to do now?
Grab this hard wood, and we're going to smoke this.
Got my wood in my hand.
Randy's going to smoke my wood.
What? Whoa.
Yeah. So
That's exactly what I signed up for.
I made a Hickory Smoked Ginger Infused Old Fashioned. It's smoke hickory chips, and then I used the Virgil Kaine Ginger Infused Bourbon.
One of my favorites. One of our favorites.
One of our favorites.
Shout out Virgil Kaine.
Some bitters. Just your basic bitters, bitches. And then some orange bitters in simple syrup. Little stir. Flip the glasses over that were...
Flip the top and go.
Being smoked and poured them in the glass. So...
I'm excited for this.
This is a first. I've never tried this before. I don't know how this is going to work. Don't know how this is, but I've been seeing a lot of bartenders
All right, shut up,
and
let's go.
Instagram and
it's like on bar rescue stuff.
I know. Okay. Well, we're gonna try this.
it.
So, cheers, homie. Here we
Cheers.
go.
Here we go. It looks delicious. We don't need to comment on the color. It's
No,
Virgil Kaine
it's
ginger.
I don't care about that, but you can just that first whiff as you're taking that drink, you can smell the
That's
hickory.
a lovely.
That is good.
That is a man.
The hickory has just a
All
little
right, we're done recording. Thank y'all for listening. We're going to go sit on the patio
and just enjoy the
and
rest
just enjoy
of this.
That is magnificent.
That is good.
With
I'm
the
going to start
ginger
smoking
infused.
all my stuff.
Well, you got the smoked hickory,
Yeah.
But with the ginger infused, like I've had smoked old fashions or Manhattans or whatever, and they're good, but the ginger infused it's a really nice reaction.
So the ginger, my preferred method when it comes to making an old fashioned is with the ginger infused.
Oh, okay.
Like that is, I'm only buying it and making old fashions with the ginger infused. I'm not drinking the ginger infused straight anymore.
Gotcha.
I'm only making
Beautiful idea, because that's wonderful.
and with the orange bitters, like even if I didn't
Absolutely
use the
majestic.
regular bitters, just with the orange bitters,
Yeah,
it
perfect.
is magnificent. Like it is off the chart magnificent.
Virgil Kaine, your ginger infused is the best bourbon, hands down, to make an old fashioned with.
Yeah, well, even their
Send us
high
some
rye
more.
makes a great old fashioned, but the ginger infused just
That's
takes
amazing.
it to another
though.
level.
Yeah, that's top notch. Are we rating this?
We don't have to. We already know that. I already know this is going to be.
High. I mean, I guess we can't really rate it a mixed drink.
I mean, you could rate it. I mean, if we
Well, we can do what we want.
I mean,
It's
we
our
can
show.
start because
I
we're
just
running out
dribbled
of
a
stuff
little on my
downstairs
pants.
to drink straight. We can start making.
Doing
All right,
mixed
now
drinks?
this old fashioned. I made it this way, and I did this, and we're going to give it. This one sucked. This was awful, or
Yeah.
this was
well,
good.
if we're rating old fashions, this is a 4.5 out of 5 donuts.
I mean, absolutely.
I leaving a little room for improvement, because I believe everybody can always improve a little, but
Well,
I don't know how.
The problem is, I can make another one of these, and it may not taste the same because I don't measure. I don't have a jigger to measure anything. I don't.
Watch your mouth.
Okay, sorry,
This is incredible, dude.
but I don't measure anything. You saw what I mixed. I put it in a mason jar
A mason jar.
and
But you had
strained it. I don't
you
even
had
have
an
a
actual
shaker.
bar spoon.
Yeah, I stole that. So typically I would just screw the lid on, shake it
Just
up,
shake it, not
and then
stir it.
strain it. So
Go 007 on it.
right. So I don't even I barely have the bar tools to make things. But
Fantastic.
it's so good.
Fan-freaking-tastic.
So, but we have
Well
something
done.
else. So you have something else for us to taste. But I have another bottle that we haven't tried yet,
Right.
and we're going to taste that a little bit later on in the show. So
You want to taste mine now before it gets warm, because it's cold.
Sure,
You ready for this?
I guess.
We've been asked to review this so many times,
Oh, Lord.
and I finally got harassed while with GW over the weekend to try one of these.
Oh God.
I bought one on the way out here. It
Ugh.
is WhiteClaw hard seltzer, and the only flavor they had cold was mango.
Why?
Spiked-
Who is asking for us to review this garbage?
Everybody that knows we hate White Claws, and we've never had one. And I figured, if we're going to be fair to ourselves and our listeners, if we're going to bag on something so bad, we should at least taste it and then say how bad it is. So the can says, crafted using our unique brew pure process in only the finest natural flavors.
I should have left my glass was kind of dirty, and I cleaned it.
You should have left it dirty.
I should have left that shit dirty.
It says
'cause-
to deliver a surge of pure refreshment and a hard seltzer like no other. White Claw, hard seltzer, made pure. And the made pure is trademarked.
this is
Oh, man. So this is their hard seltzer, spiked sparkling water with a hint of mango, 5%, average octane. I mean, that's a beer.
you're gonna ruin my my old fashioned.
Gluten-free. Well, that's why I don't drink it all, so you have something to wash down the
Yeah,
nastiness
no
with.
kidding. Yeah, let's get that out of the
So
way.
let's crack this open.
So crack it open. So anyway, you were talking about your GW stuff. So I had this past weekend on Friday, I had a chili cook-off at work, and every year I put on a chili cook-off at work. I do it.
I'm going to spill this all over myself.
Oh, don't do that.
Okay, that's enough for a taste.
That's more than enough
Here,
for a
can
taste.
you reach?
In a minute.
We're trying. We need to sit closer.
We're getting there. When we get to the basement, we'll just sit across from each other.
We'll just sit next to each other and hold hands.
Right. So I put on a chili cook-off at work.
You put it like you.
I organized it.
Okay.
It started out, there were three of us that started organizing. One guy left. Then it was me and another guy. And I don't want to say all he does. He goes out and he buys the cheese and the sour cream and things like that. I organized the whole thing for our department.
I love sour cream and chili.
I'm not taking any more than that.
What if you love it? I hope you love it.
I fucking hate this stuff.
Are we going to review it as you tell your story? You going to tell your story? How are we doing this?
We can. I'm going to finish up here.
Okay,
so
finish up.
I always finish in like top 2.
Okay.
Now I get shit because it's like, well, you're the one who counts you count all the tallies for the voting and da 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 da.
They think you cheat.
And they think I cheat, but I also
you
have
chili cook-off. Like that's your life's goal,
right?
I
Because
would cheat to win a work chili cook-off.
cook-off.
What's
to
the
get
prize?
A golden ladle. It gets passed around, and the damn thing gets passed around.
So it's not even
but
like...
I have someone else who is unbiased. Recount what I did. So I just count them up. We use the little Post-it notes, the itsy bitsy ones, and I have everybody gets 8.5 by 11 for their ingredient list, and then I just go through and put all the Post-it notes on everybody's, like their number,
right.
like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever their entry number is, and I have someone else come back and recount to make sure. So this year I won again. So I won 2 years in a row, and I named it. I named the chili Evan, which is the guy that left. He was one of the guys that also put it on with us.
Yeah.
And I named it Evan because he left. And he won. It was always him and I going back and forth, like trading first and second place. So I sent him a text, like, hey, buddy, we did it. We won. And he's like, I can't believe you called it Evan.
That's awesome.
So, but some
it's
people
like my buddy who has a dog named Kevin.
Kevin.
He's there, so he'll go out on his porch and yell for Kevin. Does it smell good? Be honest.
It smells good.
The White Claw smells good.
It smells like mango.
It does. It just smells like mango. It don't smell bad.
No.
It don't smell like a nasty malt liquor or nothing. I hate seltzer, though.
See, I drink maybe one bubbly a week. Bubly.
You might like White Claw. Dude, bottoms up.
Right,
Let's go.
Yeah.
Be honest.
I don't like it.
Me neither.
I don't like it.
There ain't no laws when you're drinking Claws.
I mean, it smells
you don't
good.
Even care what you're drinking. It's not the worst thing I've ever tasted.
No.
It kind of reminds me of the old Clearly Canadian or whatever.
Yeah.
Remember back when
I
we were
remember,
kids?
but those were good. Those had more flavor to
Those
them.
had this tastes like a Zima with a
Jolly Rancher.
Jolly Rancher in it.
And then someone took it out after they just dipped the corner in.
Whoever took the first drink, took the Jolly Rancher and passed it around the room.
Ugh.
Oh, you finished it. Good
I
for
did,
you.
because I won't waste.
Well, the rest of that can's yours.
Liz can have that when she gets home.
Let's rate the White Claw here.
Ugh.
Well, now keep in mind, if we tag White Claw, if you guys are coming here because we saw hashtag White Claw on our Instagram or whatever, we are primarily mainly bourbon, but we've done some whiskeys.
And
we've
beer.
done some different beers.
Bourbon and beer.
But the beers we do, it's not like we're reviewing Bud Light, Coors Light, Michelob Ultra.
It's crafty
It's
shit.
craft beer.
So
if you're here for this, we're gonna be very judgmental of you.
I'm going to give it a 1.2.
I thought we only did halves.
1.5, sorry.
Okay. It's done got you all messed up.
It gets a 0.5 because I can't give it a 0.
Ugh.
Primarily for smell.
It smells great. I thought it smelled good. It smelled like a mango juice.
Now, I will say the aftertaste is great, like now, and it tastes even better after my old fashioned.
Yeah, the old fashioned afterwards just tasted amazing. Just wash it down. So if you like White Claw, try it with a Hickory Smoked Ginger Infused Virgil Kaine Old Fashioned.
Right, it just went to a 6. The old fashioned just went right off the charts.
It's kind of like you like White Claw, but then you compare it next to something else. Like I love my Honda Accord; it's a great car. But the Lamborghini looks that much better when it's sitting next to a Accord. Like the Lamborghini's cool, but you put it next to a clunker. So yeah, the White Claw, you give it a 1.5. I'm going to give it. You know what? I'm going to give it a 2.
Okay,
I don't know that I'd go out and buy it, but
you did.
It's not the worst. I did buy it. Not go out and buy it again. It's not the worst thing I've ever had. I don't get the appeal to it. I would say good job to White Claw or whoever makes it. The marketing's been fantastic.
Oh, they're selling out everywhere.
And it has spawned. Now, I was told by somebody that the whole Natter Days and the Natty Light, Natural Light and all that stuff,
yeah,
they make a seltzer now
that's
even better than the White Claw.
That's what I've heard, and I'm
I'm scared.
I don't know that I'm willing to try it. I'm not a big...
Oh, you're willing to try it. We'll give everything a sip.
All right, I'll give everything a sip.
We'll give anything mass-produced a sip. No, don't bring us your hooch.
I just want
to drink what you made in your toilet or your bathtub.
But I don't want to buy, like, this can. If you could... They have thinner, smaller cans that I wish you could have picked up, because...
Yeah, it's a pretty big can.
That's a big can.
Well,
that's
it's not like a 24-ouncer, but it's bigger than... It's not a 12-ouncer either. What is that, 16?
16 ounces.
Yeah.
It's a pint.
So...
Or no, it's 19 ounces,
I mean,
sorry.
whatever that cost, $1.89 or something.
Shit, it was worth it.
So, there's our review on that. So, where are we going before we try the new stuff?
So, our next thing is... I was listening to another show, because that's...
As we do.
As
I
we all
listen
do.
to like 10 different shows now.
Yeah. So, and this came up. It was they were talking about something, and this subject came up. It was 6 laws you've broken without even realizing it.
Oh, intriguing.
Right. So, I didn't get a chance to look it up while I was at work today because I'm supposed to be working. So, I looked it up now, and we're just going to kind of go over it together and see if we've broken any of these 6 laws together.
Well, together we probably haven't.
Or separate.
Okay.
So
we could tonight, though.
The first one is connecting.
We have an empty house.
We do have an empty house.
And we have a WhiteClaw. There ain't no laws when you're drinking one claw.
No. Ooh. Ooh. All right. So the first one is connecting to an unsecured Wi-Fi network. You ever done that?
I don't recall, to be honest with you. You mean like a personal, like you're in an apartment building or out and about and you find one?
Yeah, when you're out and about and you find one.
I've always, like, restaurants and stuff that offer free Wi-Fi, but that's not illegal. That's
I don't
different.
think they're offering it up.
I don't know that I have.
I have.
I've always had unlimited data, so it doesn't, like, I don't worry about that.
Yeah. See, I have, and I knew it was illegal.
Yeah, I mean,
but
I can see why it's illegal, because technically you're stealing, I'm throwing up air quotes,
right,
a commodity or service that somebody else is paying for.
Right.
So I can see why it's illegal. But here's my thought. When we had anytime we've had Wi-Fi and lived within proximity of other people, who cares? When we used to live out in Logan, the cabin, there were people that had other cabins near us, but they'd only come down a week here, a weekend there. I'd give them our password and say, use it. Well, then there's a lady who came into the cabin across from us. She never used it, but when her kids were, no, when I say kids, they were older than me. She was an older woman. My Wi-Fi would get so bogged down that I finally changed the password.
Okay.
So if it causes a problem like that, yeah, it's a problem. But if not, who cares?
Right.
Like if somebody's checking their Facebook, it's not going to affect you. You know, so
that's the way I looked at it. I don't
care if somebody uses my Wi-Fi, honestly, as long as it doesn't affect me because I'm paying for it.
Right.
But I'm open to sharing most of the time.
Yeah. So it comes as part of the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, which makes it a crime to gain unauthorized access to a computer or website.
Computer Fraud and Abuse.
Computer Fraud and Abuse Act.
It popped in my head when we talk about all the sex robots.
Yeah.
If you buy a sex robot, could you accidentally perform computer abuse
if you spank it?
That robot.
Only if it dials 911.
You're just having fun with your $20,000 sex bot, and the cops bust in like, whoa, buddy.
Hey.
Illegal.
Yeah, that's illegal.
That's abuse.
Put the paddle back.
That's abuse.
So it's there's other things that, like I'm trying to see here. Unauthorized access actually means nobody knows what it actually means, but the law says it applies to wireless routers. Luckily, law enforcement has lately become more lenient on enforcing Wi-Fi squatting.
I know several officers of the law and detectives. None of them give a crap about that.
I
guarantee you.
I don't think they care either.
They would not even answer a call for that.
This next one I don't think exists anymore because I think the patent's up on it. Can you guess what it is? That's a no.
No. I'm
singing
like,
happy birthday to you in public.
Oh, I have heard of that before. Is the patent finally up on it?
I think it is. So restaurants weren't allowed to sing happy birthday because of...
But I love that. You know why?
A patent.
Then you get Chi-Chi's, who started it way back in the... Well, for me, it was like late 80s.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, hey! Yeah, exactly. That was a staple of my childhood.
Hell yeah, it was.
Everybody's birthday.
Y'all got a song out of me.
That's rare.
I know.
I sing. I'm doing air quotes again, folks. I sing a lot.
Oh, you got to
Martelle does
chant.
not.
You got to chant.
Chant that one?
I chanted that.
Like one of those Hawaiian dudes, like the yo, yeah,
Oh, yeah, the moray.
chest. Those dudes are awesome. I love those things.
Those things are awesome.
Yeah, I get pumped anytime I see one of those, and I don't know why.
Yeah, Mo got one of those when he got out of the Air Force.
Dude, that's all. Good for you, Mo. Good for you, Mo. Shout out. Stand up, Jenna.
Wow.
She doesn't listen to our show.
She might. I don't know. So basically, there was this came down to a patent, and you couldn't sing "Happy Birthday." It was copywritten, and people were.
We've all broken that law. If that's
We've
the
all
case.
broken that law.
I was
so,
at a skating rink in Circleville in 1993 or whatever, singing that.
Yeah. So number 4, and everybody has done this one. I don't care who you are. Randy does it today.
I'm doing it right now.
Using a fake name on the internet.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Everybody's doing that.
Everybody's done it. Well,
Everybody.
I should say everybody. Like my folks haven't done that. Like literally when email came out, they were like, how do I get my name? And I'm like, your name is the most basic white name aside from John Smith. Randy Nelson has taken that. So it's like, you got to add in some numbers or something. Like, so aside from my parents, yeah, my Facebook, I have a nickname on. I'm not going to put on here because I don't like all of you that much.
Right.
Hit us up at Buckhorn Podcast. But I do. I've used the name Otis Nice. That's how we got on.
That's how we started originally.
That was going to be my name for the show, even. So people didn't know who I am if they didn't know me.
And I said, nah, we're not doing that.
No, you didn't. You said that's fine. And I just went, because dude, we'd slip up. You'd call me Randy, and
I know.
everybody'd be like, "Who's Randy?"
Like,
so,
yeah.
But with you, you've always been Martelle to me, like since I've known you.
Well, that's my last name.
But that was your screen name, and the first time we communicated was on Ohio VDub. So,
Yeah.
yeah, for fake names. I mean, I've got a nickname on my Facebook profile. I've used multiple monikers online. My favorite ever was an Xbox gamer tag I came up with. Darkwing Duck Butter.
Duck butter. Well, the one they have listed here is Michael J. Cox.
That's a porn name if I've ever heard it.
That it is.
I've never. Yeah, okay. I like mine better, but respect to Mr. Cox there.
So they have it listed as because using fake names on the internet can get you arrested and charged with the federal crime of hacking.
That's different than what we're talking, I think.
Hey,
whatever.
I'm only reading what is put out here.
Of all the things I've done in my life that might be on borderline illegal, if I get busted for that one, I'll laugh all the way to. So, do I go to jail or prison for that?
Well, in 2010, Matthew LaCroix,
L.A.
LACROIX, LaCroix.
LaCroix went to jail and started
he was a
making
Rhode
drink
Island
in his toilet.
And
now y'all drink it.
No, well, he may have. He was a Rhode Island prison guard. Was arrested for creating a fake profile of his boss on Facebook.
Oh, that's okay. That's a little different.
Now,
that's
to be clear,
somebody.
It wasn't to proclaim his boss's love for Stargate fan fiction or to commit some kind of fraud. The profile just existed. That's it. The profile existed.
To be fair, he's not a bad guy. He didn't say that his boss likes Stargate.
Yep. LaCroix was convicted simply of using a fraudulent information, fake name, and had to pay $500 to the victim for fraud.
I'm glad GW's not here because he'd go off on 20 minutes about how awesome Stargate 2019 or whatever is.
All right, you ready for this one? I just committed this little felony at the Combine Derby with my children.
You threw your kid in front of a combine?
Betting with friends.
Oh, you bet?
Oh, yeah. We bet on the combines every year.
Wait, betting with friends
like,
is illegal?
I'm going to take that combine.
A felony?
I don't know. It's a felony.
It's you said this was a felony. I was like,
law.
holy crap.
I called it a felony because it sounds better.
It does.
But, yeah, I'm like, I'll take number one. Here's $1. I'm putting in $1 on number one.
Dude, here's how dumb we get. We were playing poker over the weekend, right? Just amongst friends.
Illegal.
Small game. Small buy-in.
You know what? This tastes amazing.
It does. It did. Mine's gone. You need me more.
I know. I saw you chuck that down.
And one of the side bets was one of our buddies was wearing a Apple Watch or whatever.
Yeah.
We all bet he said, what do you think my heart rate is right now? Closest without going over. Price is Right rules. Not mine, his.
Oh,
so
yours?
We all bet. GW bet 95.
75.
Yeah, mine would be 75. But that's I got gravy flowing through my veins.
Right.
Like a real American. But whatever it was, everybody put in like $1 on it. $6 or $7, whatever. And G was next to me. He bet 95, so I bet 96. I end up winning. That's
his
illegal.
heart rate was that high?
Heart rate, blood pressure, I don't know. Whatever it was. But he had just been doing a lot of being fat. So, are you checking yours right now?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
What's your heart rate?
Well, it's measuring.
It's measuring? It takes this long?
Well, I just hit the damn button.
Hurry up. You're slowing down our show.
Oh, whatever. So you're drinking a local bar, trying not to think about your significant other who shouted Ray Romano during sex last week, which was basically a Buckhorn bellow.
Wait, hold on. What happened? I was looking at average heart rates for men, which is between 60 and 100, depending.
Oh, so no, I was reading what the article said. So you're drinking away at the local bar, trying not to think how your significant other shouted Ray Romano during sex last week. And I said, that's basically a Buckhorn bellow.
That's a Buckhorn bellow if it's Ray Romano.
If it's Ray Romano.
Which, if you're having intercourse with Ray Romano, good for you.
Right.
He's a celebrity.
And you notice the game is playing on TV. You turn to your buddy and bet him that, the next basket, whatever. They don't. You bet again and again, up the ante each time. And at the end of the night, you've bet and lost more than $2,000. Angry at yourself, you get up and leave. When suddenly SWAT team storms in the place and pushes you to the ground and cuffs you. What did you do?
That's what happens. A SWAT team gets called because you bet your buddy over a sports team game. Over some sports bowling.
It's the Illegal Gambling Act of 1970. That is what you violated. So good on you for doing that.
Wow.
So this one, I don't know that I've ever done this. Writing disturbing material. Actually, my heart rate right now is 81.
Yes, he was at 90. He's just above 96, I forget.
And it's dropping really fast.
Are you dying right now?
No, usually my resting heart rate's right around. I haven't been working out, but usually my typical resting heart rate is around mid 50s, low 60s.
You're dying.
No, I just have a really good resting heart rate.
Oh.
Yeah, I just hit 69. 69! Yeah.
I was just going to let it hang.
You're just going to let it sit there.
I was.
All right, dickhead.
Just let it go.
All right, so writing disturbing material.
My mom listens to this show.
I just called you a dickhead. So in Kentucky, writing about fictional military act can result in a second-degree felony charge of making terrorist threats. So if you're writing a book in Kentucky about fictional military attacks, you can go to jail.
I feel like that's one of those old laws that just never got
corrected.
Because nobody enforced it. That's like the can't buy cornflakes in Ohio on Sunday thing. Nobody cares. What are you laughing about?
The next one. Because I've scrolled past to the last one.
Which one are we on?
Well, the last one now.
Oh, okay. Well, then go ahead.
Owning a permanent marker.
I have two in my... No, wait. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in my pedo van out in your driveway right now.
I know. I'm going to read this whole thing.
It doesn't say owning a pedo van's illegal.
No.
But 5 permanent markers is.
Let's say you're relaxing in the park one day when the cops come out and ask to talk to you. Apparently, there was a string of muggings in the area, and they'd like to search your bag. You agree because you've done nothing wrong and have nothing to hide.
Stop there. Never agree to a search without a warrant.
Right.
Period.
Ever.
You do not have to, not for your car, not for your person, not for your bag.
Ever.
Make them get a warrant.
Ever.
Go ahead.
You have nothing to hide. But also because they're cops, and they have guns. Inside your bag, they find the usual
and
stuff.
They have guns, and you're black, and they will shoot you.
And they find the usual stuff. Textbooks, pens, permanent markers, a mini flamethrower, and drugs.
And drugs. A mini flamethrower, and the usual things.
And the insanely explosive compound tannerite. Nothing illegal.
Wow. Wow.
Pleased with your law-abidingness, you reach to get your bag back, and suddenly the cop grabs you by the arm and hauls you off to jail. What did you do? Actually,
what you did was you screwed up by letting them search your bag
Right.
without a warrant.
So it was about the permanent markers. According to basically every anti-graffiti state law out there, it is illegal to simply possess broad-tipped markers.
Broad tip.
Or,
Well, I ain't got a broad tip, so
no, you don't.
no worries.
Or aerosol cans in a public place. Basically, they can be used to commit acts of vandalism. You can find such regulations all over the U.S., from Florida to New York to California. Of course, California would have it because their road signs are wrapped in barbed wire. Yes, they are.
Just keep going. I'm not even getting into that.
Which also makes it a crime to buy permanent markers for anybody under the age of 18 in California. Or no, sorry, under the age of 18. California, remember, is a state where it's illegal to buy weed. It is legal to buy weed if you have a doctor's note. Now it's just legal to walk around and buy it.
Yeah.
So they have restaurants that you can just smoke it in. So
Isn't that weird? Now, here's the thing. My granddad was born in 1910. He lived until 2013, 103 years old, on his own.
Yep.
No nurses' aides, nothing. He was fine, went to go use the bathroom, came back, sat in his recliner, had a stroke. That was it, right? At 103, he was still gardening a small garden. In his words, it was an acre garden. He saw indoor plumbing come into play, radio come into play, television come into play. He saw electricity,
Yeah.
telephones.
The scooter, the electric scooter that everybody falls on.
When we got him a VCR in I think it was still early, I think it was out of high school, like early mid-2000s, and he found out he could record the Reds games, and he could tell you, even into 100 years old, could tell you every player, every stat. The dude was sharp as a whip, right?
Yeah.
Sharp as a whip.
Sharp as a tack.
Quick as a whip, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Crack like a whip.
He was cracked like a whip. And he could, but that technology that he could hit record and record a game and then go back tomorrow and watch it again if he wanted to, blew his mind, right? Which we're like, this technology's been on a while. But you got to think, this dude grew up without indoor plumbing, without electricity. We've come through the point where we used to go to Chi-Chi's, happy birthday, ole!
Yeah.
And there was a smoking section and non-smoking. And then it got banned everywhere.
Guess where I sat?
Then it got in the smoking.
In the smoking section.
It was all smoking section inside. It was all smoking section. It's just some people did and some people didn't, but still got the second hand.
Right.
But now there's places you can smoke weed inside.
Uh-huh.
That's
restaurant's dedicated to it.
If I have a restaurant, I want people smoking weed in my restaurant, because what happens when people smoke pot?
They eat more.
They get hungry.
These are restaurants where you go in and they'll
just get edibles.
No. They pair your weed to your wine to your food.
Wow, that's fancy.
Like they're like, you're gonna want the Afghani Kush because it pairs really good to your red, and because you're getting a steak, everything's gonna go and match.
I had such a good steak last week when I was out of town for work.
I haven't had steak in a while. I'm getting disappointed.
Steak, a small 6-ounce steak, and a garlic herb crusted cheesy chicken breast, whatever, and a baked potato.
Ugh.
Oh, it was so good. So far today, at about 9:30 this morning, I've had an egg sandwich, so I'm pretty hungry right now. We are well past normal dinner hours, to be honest.
Yeah, I had some scrambled eggs and some chili. My award-winning chili from my chili cook-off.
Gold ladle winning chili. Holla! You should do like a smoked bourbon chili. I don't know how you do that, but you should.
I would have to look that up, see if
Figure it out.
See if that exists.
No, you invent it. Figure it
well,
out.
no, I'll just have to.
If it don't, make it. What else we got? We tried the
So now we're going to try this other bourbon we have. Give me a sec here.
Oh, okay. Martelle's going to get up. So,
I need your glass.
Eating my glass, you can kiss my face. Oh, there it goes. That was a good one. That was rich. Ugh.
That's what happens when you stick your finger in Randy's belly button.
And leave it there. We really got to start sitting closer.
So this is a Russell Reserve single barrel.
Yes.
That was picked for the bourbon club that I used to be in that I just got kicked out of.
Okay. do you know you're kicked out of, or are you just assuming?
Well, I either got kicked out because it's a secret group on Facebook that you have to be invited to, so you can't find it if you search, and it's no longer in my group section, or it got shut down.
Do they know who we are?
Nope.
They should. Central Ohio Bourbon Club, and this is all we do. We have people sending us bourbon to try. And y'all are just kicking out my boy here?
Well, I'm not on Facebook anymore, so they were removing people that were inactive. And because I was inactive, I think I got removed, which means I got kicked out, which is fine because it was just a bunch of whiny fucking people anyway.
They're all complaining about who knows what's the best bourbon, and
no,
I hate snobs of any.
It wasn't even snobbery. It was just so they would complain about this other group, or other people would complain about this other group, or they would complain about the price of Blanton's, or they would complain about the price of this, or they complain about the price of that, or they complained that they couldn't find Blanton's, or I would complain that the fact that there were 9 people lined up at 6 o'clock in the morning at a Kroger to buy Blanton's. And they're called truck chasers, which is what this is called. This is called the truck chaser. So that's
what they called this?
Yeah, they call it the truck chaser.
Awesome.
It's right there, truck chaser.
Truck tracer.
Truck tracer.
And it's got Dave Chappelle on the label.
It's got Dave Chappelle
Ohio guy.
As Ohio
boy.
man. Yep. Dressed up as crackhead. The crackhead they used to eat. Y'all got any of them truck chasers?
That's awesome.
So,
I love it.
So that's what so this is a Russell Reserve, which is wild turkey.
So this is hard to get then.
You can get the single barrel.
Is it out there pretty prevalent?
Yeah, this is just this was picked by I think his name is, I don't know, his name's Genty. I don't know. He owns Opa Bar and Grill up in Powell. So he was the one who I believe did the pick for this, the barrel pick for Central Ohio bourbon.
How do I get that job?
You own a bourbon restaurant and you go on picks.
We need to get on that level.
Right. I'm working on it.
We got some things in the works. We're not going to say anything now.
I'm not going to say anything because nothing's 100%. So.
Nothing's 42% yet.
Nothing's even 10% at this point. So
I'll give you 10%.
I'm working on some things.
Just a tip.
So this is your basic Russell Reserve. I've had this. I've had a bottle of this already.
Even though you just opened this one.
Well, this is the Central Ohio bourbon.
So you've had the Russell Reserve. This one they picked.
I haven't had the one they picked.
Okay.
Yeah. So
we can review them if they suck. We can get on Facebook and say y'all suck.
Y'all suck.
We can't because we can't find them.
Well, right, we can't find them.
But
I can be like, y'all suck.
Y'all suck. Can't find you, but you're garbage.
It smells good.
Smells good. Smell. It kind of reminds me of Woodford on the nose.
Ooh,
smells pretty good.
It is,
and I like Woodford. That's a good one. Have we reviewed Woodford?
I don't know.
We need to make a list. Dude.
I know. Well, I'll have to go back through the.
You're going to have to go back and make a list.
See what we've done. So this is 55%.
110.
Yeah.
High octane.
It's 55%.
Anything over $1, high octane.
So it has. I mean, you're going to taste it and you're going to feel it. And we've got ice, so we're using ice spheres with this particular. This isn't straight. So
yeah, this is not straight. We usually do straight.
But this is in our Manhattan glass or our old fashioned. Fucking every time. This is in our old fashioned glasses. I don't do Manhattans.
Yep. That's not bad. It's got a good.
It's got a good caramel taste to it.
It does.
Other than that, I'm catching a little bit of
it's burny.
Some ethanol. That's the burn.
It's not bad.
It's not bad,
but it's not great.
I'm gonna give it straight up a 2.
If I was to pick a bourbon,
the last bottle I had of this was better.
Really? And I didn't have that bottle. If I was going to pick a bourbon based on taste of everything I've ever had on the show, I would probably not put this anywhere near my top 5.
No, this isn't near my top
5. But it's not bad. I'm not trying to dog them.
No.
It's not. How much is a bottle of this?
To be honest, I bought into this way back in February of last year for this particular bottle.
Okay.
I think a normal bottle is like $40.
Okay.
I think it's 20 $39.99, I think. So
Reserve,
this particular bottle, and I'll get another bottle of this because the other bottle I had I liked.
Now the Russell Reserve single barrel is $61.99.
Okay, maybe it's $61.99 then.
Yeah, that's about what the single barrel, small batch single barrel is going for. For that price, ugh,
I didn't pay that much for this.
Okay.
I think I did $50.
Even at 50, I feel like I'd take Weller's Reserve at $22, $23 over this any day.
But
this one, now it's high octane.
It is.
It's not terrible, but if I did pay $60 for this bottle, I wouldn't be that happy and I wouldn't care to see it go. It's not one that I would want to keep around, want to hold on to. You know, this one is, I would give this, I'm giving this a 2.
Now, see, I'm giving it a 2. Now, here's my disappointment in this. The last bottle of this, I had,
yeah,
I loved. Like, I took it over to the neighbors. I sat and drank. I drank half a bottle of it.
So maybe the fact that you got kicked out of a club that picked this is a good thing.
I'm fine with it.
Maybe that's why. Maybe it's meant to be.
I will stick with my own.
If this is what the Central
picks.
Ohio Bourbon Boys, He-Man Woman Haters Club thinks is worth putting their name on,
We can call them Thembies.
What?
Thembies? Theybies?
What's that?
It's part of the woke nation.
Okay, I have no clue what you're talking about, so I'm going to trust you.
Some people will.
Yeah, I'm giving this a 2 out of 5 donuts, man. Like, if it's around, I might sip on it, but I'm not going out of my way for this. I don't know what they were thinking.
So
putting their name on this, honestly. If the other bottle's better, and I know of several in that price range.
There are far better than
in that
this.
price range. I would take over this.
Oh,
easy.
Yeah,
Off the top
absolutely.
of my head.
So theybies and thembies fall into parents that don't want to categorize their kids as he, she, her, him. So they call them they and them.
Honestly, I think it would be rough if it wasn't for the
it'd be super rough
here. The ice sphere.
You want to try it straight?
I think it would.
You want to try it mixed with a little WhiteClaw?
No, not mixed with WhiteClaw. I can try a little bit straight, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not impressed.
I'm not happy with it.
I would not recommend our listeners go out and buy this if they find it. Now the Russell
they're not going to find this one.
Okay, so the Reserve they can you
can find the Reserve. You're not going to find this bottle. This was a club only bottle.
This. Okay. So if you have looked up anything reviewed by the Central Ohio Bourbon Club, proceed with caution.
You will not find anything by the Central Ohio Bourbon Club.
Whatever. I'm not happy with this.
I'm not happy.
I'm glad I didn't bring this. I'm happy that I brought the WhiteClaw.
This was the last bottle that we haven't tried.
And you think, man, we've gone through your whole stash.
I'm almost certain we've tried everything I have downstairs.
The lottery and buy a lot more.
No shit. Why do you think I have everything invested in Bitcoin? My fingers are crossed that Bitcoin's going to hit $1 billion.
I hope you're right. We just gave this bourbon the same rating as a WhiteClaw.
Yeah.
1.5. You give WhiteClaw 1.5. I give it 2, but
this
both
bottle,
give Russell Reserve this particular bottle,
because like I said, my last bottle I had, I loved, which is why I went in on this bottle. The last bottle I had, I would have given easily a 3, 3.5.
That means I like
which is
buying it.
Really good.
Again.
This bottle I don't like. I'm giving it a 2, and I'm calling this bottle the WhiteClaw of bourbon. This is the WhiteClaw mango of bourbon. Now, no one can go out and buy this. This was a one and done.
Okay.
Well, I'm stuck with this.
Good. Well, if I know you, it's going to sit in your cabinet for a long, long, long time until somebody goes that
it's
you don't
mixer.
care about.
This has become a mixer.
That's an expensive mixer.
I don't give a shit.
You could mix Benchmark and get just as good a drink as you
this
could with
has been paid off and paid over.
Yeah.
With Virgil Kaine 3 times.
Oh.
At this point. I bought this.
We should start with this and then went to the smoked.
I bought this in March. Or I bought this in like February, April of last year, somewhere between that timeline. And I just got it in August. I'm not happy with that.
Yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough.
It's not.
And I don't mean rough as in burn. I don't mean, because we've talked about good burn.
It's not to my standard.
I don't mind a good burn. This is not a good, the quality-wise, I don't think it's the best.
I would be more than willing to go out and buy another bottle straight off a store shelf and put it up against this one. I can almost guarantee
side by side.
that the bottle off the store shelf would be better than this one.
Than what they picked.
Yeah.
Why do we not get to pick bottles? Because I feel like most of the suggestions we made, people come back and said, hey, I tried that. I loved it.
Oh, my buddy Craig is like, Virgil Kaine, I'm in. He's like, I bought some down in Tennessee. I'm in.
Speaking of Craig. Wait,
Craig is the man.
He went and got Virgil Kaine?
Yeah, down in Tennessee.
So that means when I go to Tennessee next month,
you can find it.
Right. So I did, for the first time ever, I got onto our Instagram myself.
Our Instagram account?
I did.
Like logged into our account or just went and viewed our account?
No, logged in.
Oh, shit.
And I saw a message that Craig sent us. And I'd like to hit it real quick if we can.
Oh, no, absolutely. Go ahead.
It's an AMA, Randy's top 5 burgers in Central Ohio.
Oh, when did he send this?
Well, you replied good one. He sent this April 24th. Long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
It says,
holy shit.
He wants Randy's top 5 burgers in Central Ohio and Martelle's top 5 bargain bourbons widely available in Central Ohio. So what I'm hearing is our boy wants a burger and a bourbon.
How did I miss
$5.99.
this?
You replied to it.
Did I?
Back in April. Well, it had to be you because I didn't log into our account. I mean, April 24th at 8:36 a.m. he sent it. You replied.
All right. I have short-term memory loss.
He
I
wants
can
my top 5
remember.
burgers in Central Ohio. He wants your top 5 bargain bourbons, which when he says bargain bourbons, I feel like he's still talking to me more than you. Maybe he doesn't understand how poor I am.
No, because I can do bargain bourbons.
You can. I just feel like I buy a lot more of them.
Well,
I feel like you have a better taste than I do.
I haven't bought bourbon, though. I haven't bought bourbon since June.
So let's hit this.
But, no, we'll have to save this for another show.
Oh, do we? Okay.
Because I will have to go out and look to see what is out there as far as a bargain bourbon is.
Oh, I could give you 5 bargain bourbons.
Well, I mean, H&H, that's the shit you brought. H&H.
That's a bargain one. But H&H versus H&H versus, you got Benchmark. Weller's Reserve is still bargain.
Weller is not a bargain bourbon anymore.
Weller's Antique isn't.
They raised the price.
Weller's is still $22.99.
But
Weller's Antique is $49.99. The 107.
But what is the cutoff for a bargain?
So are we saying like
bourbon?
$15-$16 or less is bargain?
See, to me, $25 is.
But see, that's where we
is
differ.
A bargain.
So when he asked you your bargain versus mine,
like Haven Hill's Green Label is a bargain bourbon to me. Even their white label stuff that you can get here is a bargain bourbon.
Okay, so let's table this.
So it needs to be tabled because we need to
talk.
Yeah, we need to figure that one out.
Maybe we'll make a show where we both give our 5 burgers, we both give our bargains, and we set our own parameters.
So I have to go out and find the best burgers in Columbus.
You don't have to find nothing. How many?
Burger King, Wendy's.
No, save it.
McDonald's.
Save it. He's
Taco Bell.
For bargain burgers. Taco Bell.
KFC.
Oh, man. This Russell's crap is not great. It's bringing my cough right back. I haven't been coughing back.
I almost want to pause the show, go downstairs, and make another old fashioned.
Okay, pause it.
And we're back.
All right.
Got another old fashioned to cleanse the Russell's palate.
Yeah, that was rough.
Anyway, so
Ruffles. Ooh, Ruffles.
Ooh, they have ridges. Ruffles have ridges.
Why do you sound like the owl on the Tootsie Pop commercial?
How many licks does it take?
3.
3. 1, 2, 3. 3.
Now you sound like the Worcestershire sauce cat on Alice in Wonderland.
Oh,
or no, the caterpillar. The caterpillar's the one that smokes the bong and gets high.
Well, we're simpatico. We're both assholes.
Que simpatico.
That's right. So I had one other thing I wanted to talk to you about. Talk at you. Questions with no answers.
Okay.
So This I heard. Did I hear this or I don't remember. I was reading something and something come up or whatever the case was, and I'm like, oh, let me look into this. So I found a thing. So questions with no answers.
Okay, I'm listening.
Why is yawning contagious?
No clue.
Right.
Can science prove it?
There's no. It's a question without an answer.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to Google that and see if there is an answer. Is there not?
I don't know. We can ask Google. We can ask.
Hey, Google. Okay, Google.
Why is yawning contagious?
According to Wikipedia, we believe that contagious yawning indicates empathy. It indicates an appreciation of other people's behavioral and physiological states.
That's
Norris.
bullcrap.
The yawn reflex has long been observed to be contagious.
So, you're empathetic.
It's because you're empathetic of other people.
That's
why it's contagious.
All right, I don't believe that.
Maybe that's why I can watch people yawn and I don't, because I don't care.
I mean, all right. So why do cats purr?
Hold on.
Oh, that's good.
Hold on. Cats purr. I actually read something recently about the meow. It's either meow or the purr, and they use it to basically manipulate humans.
Oh, yeah?
Because cats don't communicate with each other that way. Like dogs will do different
Tigers
noises.
purr. And they don't really interact with humans.
Yeah, they eat them.
Well, that's about as close as it gets.
I don't know. I have to find what I read about that.
But like I've
It was
seen
like a week or
videos
two ago.
where like wild tigers are purring.
I don't know. Okay, Google. Why do cats purr?
On the website Wired.com, they say, more likely, though, purring is simply soothing or self-soothing as cats
Self-soothing.
in stressful situations.
They self-soothe.
Self-soothing. Okay. We'll save that one for the last question. Why is phonetic not spelled the way it sounds?
Okay, Google. Why is phonetic not spelled the way it sounds?
Here's a summary from the website EnglishClub.com, or you can hear a word and know how to spell it. With phonetic languages, there is a direct relationship between the spelling and the sound. So we often do not say a word the same way it is spelled.
Okay.
That wasn't an answer.
That didn't help us at all.
We're going to change this segment to Ask Google.
Right.
Oh, cancel. Do you need a silencer if you're going to shoot a mime?
Well, that's dumb because it's not whether the mime can hear or not. It's whether or not everybody else can hear. If you're shooting the mime to kill him and it works, who cares if he heard it?
Heard it?
If he heard it.
Hey, Google. Do you need a silencer to shoot a mime?
I don't understand.
Yeah, right.
Me either.
Hey, Google. Is the government listening right now?
Google respects the privacy of your information and doesn't give any government direct access to it. You can learn more about how Google responds to legal demands for information by reading their transparency report.
Yeah, right. Hey, Google. Is taxation theft?
According to Wikipedia, supporters of taxation usually assert that since property rights are determined by the state, taxation by the state cannot be considered theft.
Yeah, of course they do.
Of course. All right,
of
next
course.
question. Have you ever imagined a world with no hypothetical situations?
That's beautiful. Whoever came up with that is
Right?
awesome.
That's
We're
great.
not even asking Google that. That's
great.
beautiful. Leave
All
that
right.
one be. That's perfect.
All right, so the next one. How does the guy who drives the snowplow, get to work in the morning?
Ooh. I actually know the answer to this. He drives a mid-'90s Chevy pickup because my father-in-law does that. The same one that graveled your driveway.
Right.
That's what he does. He drives for ODOT.
All right, so if 7-Eleven is open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, why are there locks on the doors? Just in case someone...
In case of
Robbery?
Well, here's the thing. Their doors are glass.
Hey, Google. If 7-Eleven is open 365 days a year, 7 days a week, why are there locks on the doors?
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help with that yet.
Oh, yeah, because you don't
Me
live in a
either.
poor neighborhood. You grew up in freaking Silicon Valley.
Yeah, you did,
Hussy.
bitch.
Uncalled for. Too far.
Oh. Well, if you tied butter toast to the back of a cat and dropped it from a height, what would happen?
Easy. You get buttered toast with an egg roll. Let's go. Let's go. Breakfast egg rolls.
All right. We got a couple more, but I'm going to ask this one. After it began in the Big Bang, will the universe one day start to shrink again so everything ends with a big crunch?
Well, first, we're assuming that the universe started because of the Big Bang. That's a gross assumption. We can't prove that. What was that sound?
I heard that too. It was music.
From where? There's nobody else in your house,
It's
in your
getting
haunted house.
It's getting picked up through the headset amplifier.
Weird.
I know. It hasn't happened in a while.
I thought we were beyond that.
No, we're not.
We're not. We're back to square one.
So I'm going with yes.
Okay. So there's going to be a big crunch?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I like cereal.
Can you see why kids love it, though?
Hold on. There's going to be a big snap here.
There is, because you had to move your mic for the OK Google crap. So
There it went.
Beth, a month or two ago, bought Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I didn't know it.
Oh,
She got it on sale.
yeah.
Bought it on a whim. Put it in the cabinet because processed, chemically induced little cinnamon biscuits never go bad, right?
No. They get
And-
stale, but they don't go bad.
They get stale. Well, that means you pour the milk on and wait a little longer to eat them. I mean, like, they don't go bad. Cereal cannot go stale. You just got to let it sit in the milk longer. And I found out and had a bowl. And, oh, my childhood. Was it majestic.
I have some downstairs.
I'm going to take it with me when I leave.
How come you never hear about Gruntled employees?
That's fair. Well, it's like Yelp reviews. You will hear way more complaints than you'll ever hear compliments. Ever. That's the way our society is.
All right. What is a free gift? Aren't all gifts free?
No. Not all gifts are free.
Not all gifts are free?
No. Some come with obligations for you to return a gift of equal or close value. Christmas, for example. How many times have you exchanged gift cards of $20 or $25 with other family members? Why not just cut it out? If you truly want to give somebody a gift that is free, you're doing it because you find or have made something you think they would enjoy or appreciate or be able to use. It's like there's that show, the Alaska, The Last Frontier,
Yeah.
the Kilcher family.
I don't know.
They make gifts for each other that they know, like, oh, Ivan needs a new plow blade. So I'm going to find an old plow blade and fix it up for him, and there you go. There's your Christmas gift. And that's the one gift Ivan gets, but Ivan really needs a new plow blade. That's a free gift. Somebody is doing something out of the kindness of their own heart that they want to give to somebody else.
Norm, though. Like that's
Not in
just-
our family.
That's just
I get so tired. So my mom's side, we have like 50-something people. We did the white elephant gift exchange where you draw a number. Number one picks a gift out of the pile. Number two can either take that gift or pick a new one, so forth.
We do the same thing with
Well,
gift
it became
cards.
towards like, it was like have gift cards, but it's so dumb.
Well,
There's no
so
point
we
in
do
me
it-
giving
we
you
do it
$20 for you
different.
give me $20. So what we did was, it's now become you either have to make something or provide a service or make a meal for somebody.
Right.
So for ours, like I forged something last year. My cousin's husband Keith got a blanket made of my cousin Jay. We talked about Jay before. A big old picture of him from as a child with his giant head was a blanket, and put that in there, and it was the most majestic thing I've ever seen in my life. That was one of the best Christmas gifts in my 36 years of living that I've ever seen.
So we do it slightly different. My mother-in-law goes out and spends, I don't know, $1,000 or whatever on gift cards, like different $20 gift cards. And
$1,000 worth of $20 gift cards?
Hold
That's
on.
a stack. No, go ahead. I'm just impressed.
All the siblings do a white elephant style gift
Okay.
where we pick the different gift cards that
Okay.
that are laid out. Like
So she laid them out. Y'all just pick them and then do
we go through the
numbers and
1 through 12 or whatever.
Yeah,
it
whatever.
is. And it's all the adult children. And we're like, okay, number 1 goes, they're going to take that
Right.
Best Buy one, and number 2 goes, they're
Can
gonna
either
take the
steal
Best
it or
Buy,
take-
and
right.
We do that whole white elephant process
Yeah.
through all of those gift cards. So we do it slightly different, which
somebody else pays for it.
Right. So.
I mean, if somebody else wants to pay for $1,000 of gift cards, I'll take them.
Right. So I'm good with that. All right, next question. After eating, do amphibians have to wait 1 hour before getting out of the water?
No.
You didn't hear that.
Yeah, I did.
Getting out of the water, not in the water.
No.
Okay.
Easy. A frog's way more active in the water than he is out of the water 9 times out of 10. Now, if he's hopping, he's good, but he could easily get out of the water and chill.
Okay.
And be fine. So
do you
no.
like sushi?
Depends.
What are your feelings on sushi?
I'm indifferent. Some I like, some I have tried that I don't. I don't eat it a lot.
I love sushi.
I actually made a really nice meal. I was gone all week for work, got home Thursday. Beth had to work Friday, so I made a really nice 5-cheese ravioli, beef ravioli with vodka sauce. Ooh. And like roasted red pepper, roasted red potatoes and peppers and veggies meal for her.
Okay.
I almost got sushi, but in Central Ohio it's hard. And
you got to go someplace good.
Right, and I've not got, I don't have a ton of experience.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. Grocery stores are stepping up their games. But where I live in Circleville, it's a long drive for me to go get high-end sushi. A lot of the grocery stores around Central Ohio are really stepping up their games as far as selections and stuff. But, yeah, so I skipped on the sushi. We did the ravioli and the veggies and potatoes, but I'm indifferent to sushi. I like it, but I don't like all of it. I could take it or leave it.
Okay. Well, this question is, if white wine goes with fish, do white grapes go with sushi?
Ooh, good question.
Right. So these are all questions that don't have answers. No, I mean, we can speculate what the answer is.
That one has an answer, but each answer is based on individual opinion. There's no right or wrong.
Ooh, this one's good. We're going to have to end this at some point. Like, there's just the plethora of questions here.
We'll save more for some other episode.
Holy shit. If someone with multiple personality disorder threatens to kill themselves,
is it murder or homicide?
A hostage situation?
Oh, okay. No, mental illness does not create a hostage situation.
And I'm not poking fun at mental illness.
No, it's a question we're asking. We're reading off this article.
If someone named John has a multiple personality named Peter, and Peter's threatening to kill John, is that a hostage situation?
No.
What is it?
It's still it would be a suicidal situation.
I will kill this motherfucker.
But if it's its own person, it doesn't matter. It's still so in Fight Club. You never talk about Fight Club, blah, blah, blah. I know somebody's want to type that into us or message us. Because if the dude shoots himself in the head at the end, he still killed himself. It doesn't matter how many personalities you have.
Right.
You're not affecting any other living human being. A mental illness does not constitute a hostage situation.
Okay.
I think there is an answer for that.
I'll go with that. So with that, where do forest rangers go to get away from it all?
Easy. Home.
The city?
They should go home.
They just go home.
They get online. No, I've got a story about a forest ranger interaction I had that I don't have time for now because we're way too deep into this. But here's the thing though. If you're a forest ranger, at your building at work, do you know of spots where like if I walked into your building, I wouldn't know of unless I'd been there a while? There's certain. When I worked at a gas station as a very young kid, when I worked at Nationwide, there are different avenues or different hallways, crooks and crevices and little nooks and stuff. Nationwide Arena, there are places I knew of and that I could get to that the general public couldn't.
Right.
I have to believe that a forest ranger knows of areas that are still away from people.
Off the beaten path?
Yeah. Because like when you go to Old Man's Cave, you park in the parking lot, you go to the falls, you see what everybody's seeing. The park rangers have to know of some places that at least there's a smaller chance to interact with other people.
Right.
I would imagine.
I agree with that.
Or they hike out of the way to a certain place they've found that they like that most others aren't near.
Yeah.
So I would say that's where they would go if they want to get away from it all. Your chair.
All right. 2 more questions.
Venmo us some money. Martelle needs a new chair.
2 more questions and I'm done. All right. If knees were backwards, what would chairs look like?
I thought about this while driving last week. I'm no lie. I was on I-80, the Ohio Turnpike, driving between Milan and Monclova, which is like Sandusky and Toledo for people that only know the big cities and aren't my exact position at work. I don't know who else would know what I know. I literally was driving, and you saw, you're not on Facebook, I made a post of things I thought of on my week-long trip away from my family around Ohio working all week. But one of them I forgot to post was like, if our legs were like bird legs, like ostrich legs, what would chairs look like?
Right.
And I literally was driving for like an hour thinking how I would design a chair or a couch for humans whose legs bent the other way.
The other way.
And I totally forgot about it until you just said that.
There you go.
Because I was driving, so I didn't put it in my phone, so I didn't remember to put it in my Facebook post. But yeah, it'd have to be like a bike saddle kind of thing.
Yeah, it would have to be like,
maybe with like a bigger pad, but it'd have to, yeah.
it would have to be
weird.
like your wrists. Like your wrists bend, I mean, they bend both ways, but when
Kind
they
of.
bend up.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I got to show you an illusion thing I learned. That reminded me.
Ostriches don't have knees. Birds don't have knees.
Whatever. They've been backwards though. I was told this past week we need some kind of video, even if it's just like a phone set in the corner
At some point
to record this. We're getting there. We need to get our studio set up.
We need to get an actual studio, so we're not in a
We're in your fourth bedroom of your
in our
house.
fourth bedroom of our
essentially.
house.
I mean, the only bed here is Diesel's, but
And
we're in a
he's
bedroom.
Snoozing
Oh,
away.
he's
So,
out.
This is the last question. Last question. We're done. After this, we're done for the evening. Are there seeing eye humans for blind dogs?
No.
Yes.
No, but it's not called seeing eye humans.
Right. They're just owners.
Because my aunt and uncle had a dog that went blind, and they were the same people. It's not like they were specially trained. I wouldn't call them seeing eye people. I want to look at you and be like, hey, you see an eye person?
Hey,
I too am a
seeing
seeing
eye
eye person.
Seeing
Fella?
eye guy. That would be the title
Like
I would use.
You see an eye guy.
Seeing eye guy.
Like, I don't wear a special vest that says what I do. Like, I walk my blind dog. Like, no, there's not. There are answers to some of these.
You know what? I said that was the last one.
One more?
This is
All right.
This is the last one.
Uno mas.
And it's more of a statement than a question.
Chi-Chi's a celebration of food.
I want some Chi-Chi's
So bad, man. When
Their
the one lakes are
seafood platter
closed,
was amazing.
everything was amazing.
Even
How'd they go out of business?
it was
I don't care. I'm just mad about it.
it was the green onions. People got sick from the green onions.
The green onions killed Chi-Chi's.
Yes.
There's the title of this episode.
Green onion. All right.
The green onions
I'll
killed
change it
Chi-Chi's.
from, what did I had something written down
If you wrote it down, how did you forget it?
because I didn't write it down the right place. Green onions killed Chi-Chi's.
There you go.
ONIONSKILLE.
I'm still going to have to go back and correct your spelling, aren't I?
Cheese. All right. So this last one, it's more of a statement than a question. There's a fine line between fishing and just standing on the shore like an idiot.
Yeah. That fine line is a fishing rod.
Fishing pole. That's not a question. That's a statement. And you need
Either
a
you got
fishing
one or you
pole.
don't. All right.
I'm just standing here skipping rocks.
Well, if you're standing there skipping rocks, then you're being contemplative.
You're not fishing.
Contemplative.
There's
You're
a fine
thinking.
line between fishing and just standing on the shore like an idiot. If you're standing on the shore like an idiot skipping rocks,
Some people, quote
you're
unquote,
not fishing.
well, some people are fishing and still idiots.
Henry Winkler has a book called I've Never Met an Idiot Fly Fishing.
Yeah, like fly fishing's like Rhodes Scholar type crap. I've never met anybody that knows really does fly fishing. I've never met a fly fisher. If you're a fly fisher, email us at buckhornpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
We would love to talk to you.
I would love to talk to you. 'Cause
I don't know a
would
fly
love to get
fisher.
into fly fishing.
I know good fishermen.
It's the whole tying of the fly.
Not the whipping back and forth.
It's the whipping back.
What was
and
that
forth.
movie?
Well, the tying of the fly.
Was it A River Runs Through It? I think
river
where
runs
they.
through it.
I mean, I was like real young when that came out and I saw it, but
It's
it was
a
like,
river runs through it. I've never seen
I remember the motion though. It's just like fluid and
It's fluid. The hooks aren't barbed.
yeah, it's weird, man.
And then there's the tying of the fly, and there's
Right.
the motion of the rod and reel, and fuck, I'm taking up archery.
And that's what we call segue, ladies and gentlemen. Buckhorn segue. I'm about to make a new entry to Urban Dictionary, the Buckhorn segue.
Buckhorn segue.
It's just like a hard left turn. There's nothing smooth about it. We're talking fly fishing. I'm going to take up archery.
I'm taking up archery.
All right.
So, with that, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Insta, Google, Tweetstagram.
That's right.
There we go.
You can email us at buckhornpodcast@gmail.com. You can check out Randy and all his knife making at Chieftain Forge.
There's an event this weekend.
Ooh, he's got an event.
Yes, Curry's Antiques in
Right down the street
Carroll,
from my
Ohio.
house.
Absolutely. Thursday from 5 to 7, Friday from 10 to 2, Saturday from 10 to 2. Come see some 100-plus-year-old cabins and antiques. Martelle will never come.
Nope. But I would gladly go see Randy choke on some black smoke.
My lungs are charred.
Yeah, he's dealing with
Like
that.
our old fashions.
So you can check me out on Instagram, Martelle, on
Or at-
Instagram and Twitter.
At Chieftain Forge on Instagram, and I forget my tweeter. I don't do it.
I think it's Chieftain Forge. If you just search Randy, it'll start to come up. Chieftain Forge.
I don't even think it's Chieftain Forge. I quit Twitter so long ago.
Oh, Twitter. Oh, Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah. At Chieftain Forge on
Anyway.
Instagram.
Just check him out on Instagram. He posts some good photos.
Sometimes.
We got some stuff coming up that we're trying to work on. No guarantees, so don't hold us to that.
But if it happens,
But if it happens,
we will have it a party, and it will be listener
Epic.
exclusive, plus everybody else we can get there.
Plus, everybody else will watch through the door.
It will be a big party at a big establishment, and it will be a big deal.
It'll be a
Let's just put it this way:
Semi-big
it's
deal.
much bigger than our show is.
yeah.
Yeah,
And no
like
one
it
will
would.
give a shit one way or another.
I beg to differ because when I told the dudes this weekend at the big old poker game birthday bash thing, they got pretty stoked about it.
Really?
They were like, "When
We'll
is this?
see what
What's going on?" I
happens.
said,
We're-
"Hold
I'm not
on."
gonna- I'm not gonna hold my breath on
I said,
any
"Don't
of
throw
this."
your eggs in that chicken yet.
Yeah.
We got to wait and see."
Don't stuff your eggs back in that chicken.
Right,
yet.
we got to wait and see.
We'll see
We're
what
a
happens.
long ways away.
So, can you be in a closet and be claustrophobic?
What?
Can you
Try
be in
again.
a closet and be claustrophobic?
What type of closet? The type of closet that's currently behind you, or the type that is gay?
The kind that you're coming out of.
Yeah, I think you could.
All right. With that, have a good evening. We'll talk to y'all later.
Peace.
Thank yous up. The hell are you playing?
It's a video of a robot they gave a gun to on a shooting range. They keep kicking as a
yeah.
shooting.
Yeah. I saw that.
That's funny. These guys make all kinds of movies like this. So many people think it's real.
Joe Rogan actually posted that the other day.
Oh, really?
He goes, "We're fucked." And then he came back and was like, "It's been brought to my attention that this is fake."
It's like, yeah, not real there, Joe.